Hello friends and welcome to Intronaut channel. This is the place here on YouTube where we do weekly tarot reading, and today I invite you to join me on the reading for the last week of November. So it will be, as always, is interesting to see what the cards say, and of course to peek into the energies that will kind of supporting us in this last week of November. Well, because of my special situation, I decided to go out and have a video made outside. So it will be kind of a, experiment. So I invite you to join me and stay with me, and eventually, we'll find out a bit of information that will kind of, bring insight. So usually before we start the reading, we do inner connecting. It means that we try to create the space where stuff can happen, and usually we do it with sound, and it's because it's the easiest way. And so this is the moment where I invite you to join me and do a bit of inner connecting. So I think this is a very nice spot, to do inner connecting under this big tree that has all this wonderful, wonderful view around. Yes, that was wonderful. This is a very beautiful place in the city park. So you always find a spot where you can enjoy yourself. So it's all wet. So that's it's a challenge to find a place and do the reading. Hello again. So it was really a big challenge, to do the reading outside today. So at some point I decided that I will, go inside on a warm place, make some, atmosphere, and have an electricity nearby for my phone. So well, it's nice that we are inside and we can do the whole reading and open the cards on the table that is dry. So Let's do the reading. But before, I would just like to light this because it didn't. So, um, so these are my cards. Mm. Mm. So, the first card that opens up usually represents the energies that will support us in the beginning of the week, and um, this week, oh, this is the great. These are great energies that are supporting us now this week. So this is the energies that the card named the world brings. So it's a very nice energy. This is the last card in the major trump. Kind of, suggests the final initiation, right, in some period. So yeah, it's a very nice card. In divination, usually represents, great success in in many things, in all things that are going on at this moment. It also suggests, migration and change of place. So this is because this card is capturing the beauty in a moment. That means that this card kind of, includes the ending and the beginning in the same moment. So, letting go and embracing the new is like kind of, the easiest thing to do. Um, this card also works, when you look at it, works immediately on all levels of consciousness, in influences all states of consciousness in a human. So it affects an emotional state of consciousness, and it affects our physical state of consciousness, and it affects our mental state of consciousness, and also spiritual state of consciousness. So it has this effect on all these states. And what is suggesting is that and that suggests that we are able to be conscious of our emotions, that we are able to be, aware, conscious of our mind processes. This means that we are also able to be aware, conscious of our body, and also to be aware of our spirit. And this card in January represents the awakening of the spirit, or the realization kind of of the whole. So I would say that every time that you become conscious of your thought processes, you awaken the spirit. Every time you become conscious, aware of your emotions, you awaken the spirit. Every time, you always awaken the spirit. And this is what it means, to for humanity to wake up. It means to wake up the spirit, because the spirit was kind of sleeping, like because of being excluded from our lives, and from our everyday lives, and from our reality. And that's what it means, to wake up. uh, So it's a very nice card for the beginning of the week, and it's a very nice thing that will resolve and move to the next level. So if there was anything, lingering in the back, now will be, a time for moving forward, and looking for new, maybe, solutions. And yeah, so a very nice card, as I already said. So now let's see the second card that will kind of, point where this world energy is taking us, and also points to the energies that will support us in the middle of the week. And yes, this is very nice because if you maybe remember, it was the same card that that supported us last middle of the week, and so it means that now we have kind of a bit of insight about this card and what the energies that this card represents. So what is going to be this middle of the week will be deepening that insight, deepening that feeling. This is what is bringing this card. And maybe because we last time we talk about the card, and maybe now we can say that the middle of the week will be kind of, deepening the intimacy, deepening the relationship with people, friendship, and of course, we have to see that, maybe understand that sometimes it is necessary for us to close our eyes in order to see, clearly. Maybe sometimes we need to cover our ears, in order to hear clearly. So maybe if something like that will be, needed the middle of the week, this card is reminding us, and if we look at the back of the card, we can see the sea or the river, some waters that are, clear and not not deep waters. We can see the the ground, rising from the waters, and we can also see the ground rising in the back. So this suggests that if we, maybe get a bit of floating with our emotions, we are capable of finding, a solid ground to ground and to root. Um, so yes, a very interesting, cards came so far. So let's see what is the last card for today's reading, and the card that kind of give a conclusion to the story, or maybe give a kind of what will be supporting us in the end of the week. And the card for that is an excellent card, and this is a very beautiful opening. The star. It's amazing, right? Um, so yes, the star. Well, the first thing when we look at the card, we can see the star. Radiating eight ray star, and also we can see seven other whiter, smaller stars, and we can also see, the figure, a fully naked female figure, pouring water. This figure is kind of pointing to the eternal beauty and youth, you know. And if we were talking about waters in the last card, it seems like the waters will continue because this beautiful lady is pouring the waters of life, you know. So this card also means gifts from the spirit. So if we were, this week, it points that this week will be really much connected to our spiritual state of consciousness, and you know it will kind of help, this energy will help awaken the spirit. Yes, a very nice opening. If we can just, just see the cards, you know, the first card is this beautiful naked young lady, you know, holding two wands. The next card is this, fit and strong and courageous young lady holding two swords, you know. And the third card is like again this beautiful young lady that is, taking two jars and pouring water out of them. So number two is, a kind of note for this week. And also, it's very feminine energies, so um, it's kind of suggests to me to invite, to connect with that energy, to realize it, so you will be able to benefit from it. I think this is a really nice reading for this week. Um, you know, um, if I may suggest that in the beginning of the week we'll be, like protected in our everyday life, protected from, heavens, from angels that will kind of, give us courage to find that inner balance. But maybe for the end of the week, we can be a bit blinded by the stars. The star is the light that comes from within. So you have to, you know, um, kind of take care not to get carried away, in in this greatness that you will kind of, feel about yourself. So, as I said, I think this week will be wonderful support for us from heavens. So, this is kind of a general reading. If you would like to have a personal reading, you can contact me on my email. Also, I can give you a psychic advice if you would like to have one. I can also, you know, read a Celtic cross for you if you would like that. So, anyway, contact me on my email and we will arrange something. We always do. So, you can count on that. Maybe good luck this week, Um, I hope to see you soon. I hope to hear from you soon. Goodbye.